Hi. This message is for the women who know their worth, know their value, know they are the prize, know they are on the pedestal. They know that their womb space is a divine portal to create life and give life. You are powerful, and you know it. Okay? This message is for the women who hold themselves high, and they don't need validation. They don't need anything outside of themselves to prove this to themselves. They know. And they've done the inner work to heal out of childhood trauma, to heal out of any relationships from their past that broke their heart, took from them, wounded them, hurt them. But they allowed it and they know it. So they've done the inner work to heal. So now you hold yourself high. You don't settle for breadcrumbs when you can have the whole loaf, okay? And your energy is invaluable and you know it. Because it's uplifting, it's inspiring, it's life-giving, it's loving, it's healing. It's literally life-changing. Excuse me. So you know that to be in your energy is a privilege. So you're not going to sell yourself short. You know you're a diamond. And to be seen as such, and viewed as such, and treated as such, and spoken to as such. You know this about yourself. Personal story, quick little story I'll tell. About a week ago, I went on a date with a man who wasn't really my type, my usual type, but I gave him a chance because I'm open, and you never know when you may find a diamond in the rough, right? And I'm just trying to be more open as well. So he did everything right leading up to the date. With the texting, he was respectful, he was considerate, he was consistent. He was sharing parts of himself, he was curious about me, he wasn't obsessed with just my looks. He seemed sincere, so I gave him a chance, of course. So he shows up to the date early, which is great. But he doesn't bring any roses, he doesn't bring any flowers, he doesn't bring any chocolates. There's no offering of any type. Back 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 years ago, in the Roman times, in the Greece times, in the Egyptian times, a goddess was presented with an offering, always. And the offering was flowers, money, food, anything that was of high value to help support her fertility, to adore her, to respect her, to cherish her. She's a goddess. Speaks for itself, doesn't it? And us women who are in their divinity, has remembered their divinity, is in a very high frequency, has a very loving, kind, uplifting, inspiring, wonderful, life-changing, optimistic, sparkling, rare, dazzling energy. She's in her divinity. She's mostly and generally happy. She's mostly and generally grateful. She's mostly and generally optimistic. And she's strong. Even amongst chaos, she remains calm because she's also a woman of God. And with God, all things are possible. And she knows the divine always provides. And everything happens for a reason. Either to strengthen you, teach you a lesson, or put you on the right path. So she's a strong woman as well. She's an inspiring woman. She's an uplifting woman. And because she's done the inner work to heal out of a lot of false programming and pain and wounding, she's a very optimistic woman. She has powerful thoughts and she knows it. And she knows that her thoughts create her reality. She knows that her thoughts bring everything to her that she desires and deserves. She knows her words do the same. She knows that she's a powerful woman. Okay? Whether you work at McDonald's or you own your own business and you're a billionaire, it's your mind, it's your soul, it's your spirit, it's your energy. So, getting back to the story. He didn't show up with any flowers or roses or chocolates or any offering of any type. So I said, okay, that's a no. Get in the car, and I say to myself, okay, maybe there's flowers in the back. He's just forgot. He's excited. He's nervous. Give it a minute. Give the guy a chance, of course, right? So a few minutes go by, and we're driving to the restaurant where we have reservations. And I just politely, with a smile, say, oh, are you forgetting something? And he kind of looks at me like he's kind of dumbfounded, of course. I said, oh, did you forget to bring an offering? And again, he looks at me, and this man is intelligent. Sometimes men will also play stupid. Again, if you're a woman of divinity, you have great intuition. So you're very intuitive, so you know when a man is playing stupid and when he's truly, sincerely not really understanding what you're saying. So I just kind of let it go. Again, us women who have done the inner work, who know this about ourselves, we know we're not rehabilitation centers for men. Hello.
You're right.
But it's so true, is it not? That's right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Enjoy your walk.
Thank you. You too, love. We are not rehabilitation centers for men. We're not here to fix you, change you, heal you. We're not here to teach you how to love us, how to respect us, how to honor us, how to be a man that is a good man. That's your duty. That's your job. That's your role. As a woman, we're here to inspire, to create, to receive, to love, to uplift, to heal. By naturally just inspiring you. So we get on the date, we're at the restaurant, and unfortunately, he wasn't like he was in texting. Okay? He was mesmerized by my looks. So he was too shy to keep much of a conversation, unfortunately. And the conversation wasn't of much substance or interest. And it definitely wasn't thought-provoking. So he was so shy and just staring at me, like literally like a dog with his tongue hanging out. So I was like, okay, this is a no. The roses, the flowers, the lack of offering was already a no. But I gave it a chance because we did make reservations at a restaurant. Go. And I'm also a woman, make the best of it. Just enjoy it. Whether you ever see him again, whether you know this is not the man for you, go enjoy your meal and just have a good time, and then it's done. Again, when you're a strong woman, you're not easily triggered anyways. Okay? So, at the end of the date, he asked us for a second date. And I said no. And he asked why. He asked, can you tell me why? And I told him, and I was honest, and I was polite about it. And I was brief. Because a woman in power doesn't over-explain herself. A woman in power just knows. She just knows. It's a knowing. So, for the women listening that are in their minds saying, yes, absolutely, and of course, good for you. One queen to another, good for you. Remain in your power. For the women listening that are beating themselves up, remaining in a relationship that's sucking them dry, settling for less than, selling themselves short, beating yourself up right now, don't. Just love yourself. And what it means to love yourself is respect yourself and hold yourself high. So you do what you need to do to remove what's not for you, so you can make space for what is. Okay? For the men listening who don't agree with what I'm saying, who think, oh, who does she think she is? She's on her high horse. Well, good. You're not the man for me. Perfect. Move along. Next in line. There's 8.3 billion people in this world. 8.3 billion. Okay, and you want the man to be your energy match. Because there's nothing worse than being around a man that's in lack in every way, in his mind, in his body, in his heart, in his soul. A really good woman in her divinity, in her power, who has an invaluable, wonderful energy, needs a man that's the same, wants a man that's the same, enjoys being around the man that is in a good energy. A man that shows up with an open heart, a healed heart, a sincere heart, because he's done the inner work as well to get to where he is. And he feels worthy, so he's confident, not cocky. Big difference. He's intelligent, he's life-giving, he's respectful. He looks at you and sees you as a diamond. And he treats you and views you and treats you as such, speaks to you as such. He's a gentleman. And he's a joy to be around because he's happy-go-lucky. And he has an optimistic mind. And he's not wobbly, meaning he's not easily triggered by things, where he has a temper, right? And something happened to him and now it's going to ruin his whole day. Or he's going to take it out on you. Or he's possessive or controlling or jealous. Or he's a great financial provider, but he thinks he owns you because he financially provides for you. So you should be at his every whim and you're like a puppet on a string. No. And we don't want a man that's selfish. And we don't want a man that's full of ego and pride, not willing to show his emotions when need be. Because a man in his divinity knows to be a good leader, you lead with an open heart. And you open up when you need to, and you show your emotions when you need to, and it takes courage and it takes strength to do that. It's not a weakness. Again, do not sell yourself as a cubic zirconia when you're a diamond. Do not come down from the top shelf because they can't reach up there. If you've worked hours, days, weeks, years, months to get to where you are within yourself, in your heart, your soul, your mind, your body, your spirit, and you're in a very good place, hold that high. Hold that high. You know what it took to get there. Only you do, you and God. Okay? So, the man needs to show up with an open heart, recognize you as the diamond you are, treat you as such, view you as such, speak to you as such. Okay? And he's in a good place as well. He's a peaceful, joyful, happy-go-lucky, optimistic man, generally, most of the time. Okay, we're human, we're not perfect. But he makes an effort to always return to a good place in his mind, good state of mind, a good energy. Okay, because if a man isn't adding to your life, he's taking away from your life. Simple math. Simple math, okay? Very simple stuff here. And what you settle for, you'll regret later. And only dust settles. And life is just too short to settle for anything less than you feel you deserve, that you really want in your heart. And you know you bring so much to the table. You bring so much, it's invaluable. Okay, again, even if you're working at McDonald's, you have such a sparkling, wonderful, beautiful, again, uplifting, inspiring, life-changing energy. You can change someone's life because you are in such a high frequency. Not everybody's going to understand this message, resonate, or even get it. That's fine. It's for the women that do. It's for the women that hold themselves high. And it's also for the women who are not, to inspire you to do so. Okay, because you deserve the best. God did not place you on this earth to be treated poorly, to be viewed poorly, to be spoken to poorly. No. Us women, honestly, are a hierarchy. Yes, we are. It's not that a man is less than. We create life. Okay? We are powerful. We are powerful. And when we know this, wow. This is a longer video this time, but I have a lot to say. And if the man isn't for you, the man that shows up on a date without any offering, too obsessed about your looks to keep a good conversation, send him on his way with a smile. Don't be frustrated. There's so many more in line. What does it matter? It's not for you. He's just simply not for you. And you won't settle for less than. That's that. Life is precious. You are precious. And there are good men out there. So I'm also speaking to the women that do not have a cynical heart, that paint all men with the same brush. No, there's many good men out there. Okay? They've done the inner work. They're in a good place. They treat women well. They see women as the powerful beings, beautiful beings that we are. Life-giving beings that we are. That everything you give to us, if we're a very good woman, we will multiply. Multiply. Okay? Because if you're a woman that is in a very high frequency, you're rare. You are a rare diamond. You're not everywhere and anywhere. You're rare. Pot of gold, and a man should be thanking his lucky stars every day that he found a woman that is so uplifting, so inspiring, so loving, so caring, so joyful, so peaceful, truthful, loyal, respectful, calm, classy. All the same things that we want in a man. He needs to be loyal. He needs to be honest. He needs to show up serious and ready and willing and eager. Okay? This is a man you want to have fun with. This is a man you want to dance all night with. Okay? This is a great man. Because you're a great woman. So it needs to be a match. Like attracts like. It's that simple. It's that simple. And maybe you have to kiss many frogs before you kiss your prince. Okay. You learn your lessons. You learn your lessons. You have to learn your lessons. Otherwise, you're just repeating it. And you're just living the same pattern. So, for the women who know they're a diamond, good for you. And for the men that can recognize a diamond, good for you. I think I've said everything that I can think of. Every time I make a video, I always remember so much more to say. It's just the way it goes, right? But I think you get the point. I think I've made the point pretty clear. Probably even repeating myself. So, here's to a great Saturday. Here's to not selling ourselves short. Here's to recognizing our value, which goes so much more beyond than looks. Because the most gorgeous woman out there can have a terrible energy to be around. Okay? Terrible energy. And it's life-sucking. Looks is a bonus. Looks is just a bonus. Obviously, we want the whole package. But looks is a bonus. Because energy speaks for itself. Energy speaks before you even say one word. And to be around someone that's like a ray of sunshine, not because they're delusional, not because they don't live in the same world and see everything that's going on around, but they know what to focus on. They don't let all that get to them. and they know what they focus on grows, right? And there's a lot of positive to focus on, and there's a lot to be grateful for. And again, this woman knows that if she's thinking negative and speaking negative and expecting negative, that's all her life will be. That's that. Same goes for a man. He knows this as well. So of course, if you're in a great frequency, great energy, you want to be around a man that's the same. Same goes for a man. If a man's in a great place, he wants to be around a woman that's in a great place. And a true provider as a man knows it goes beyond financial. A great provider as a man, he's a leader. And he doesn't lead with an iron fist. He doesn't lead with control and manipulation and possessiveness and jealousy. He doesn't lead with anger. He leads with presence. He leads with an open heart. He leads with value. He leads with a softness, a respect, a love. I trust that the women listening in their diamond state will appreciate this. I trust the women or not will be inspired to be stepping into their divinity, into their diamond space. And for the men, better listen up and learn or appreciate what I am saying. And it's all good. It's all good. The message resonates with who it's meant to resonate with. And who it's not, that's okay too. So happy Saturday. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Take care for now. Ciao. Bye.